Nanhui New City, also known as Lingyang, is a planned city located in the Pudong New area of Shanghai Municipality, China. Construction of Nanhui started in 2003 and is scheduled to be completed in 2020, at which point it hopes to host 450,000 residents and attract 10 million tourists annually. The city is designed by the German architects GMP. One of the firm's founders, Meinhard von Gerken, is the principal designer for it. His previous works include the Berlin Tegel Airport, the Hamburg Airport, as well as the National Museum of China. His style for the museum was a Chinese architectural tradition blended with a Western neoclassical architectural idiom. He emphasizes simplicity, uniformity, and functionality in his work. This is reflected in Nanhui's design. GMP's design for Nanhui New City is inspired by the image of a drop in a body of water and the concentric circles that it creates. The design incorporates Garden City themes, though these seem to be purely visual in many ways. An example is the 500-meter-wide strips of park that encase the inner part of the city, reviving the idea of the countryside and the city being mediated together through a greenbelt. Each residential superblock has a community service center with small retail shops, offices, medical facilities, and most of all, preschools for young married couples. This is a legacy of neighborhood unit planning, a model of planning which is meant to be greener by putting everything within walking distance of people. Also, along the Garden City theme is the location of automotive, part manufacturing, and port logistics facilities which are placed on the outside periphery of the new city. The government has played a significant role in the planning of the city, as it's meant to serve as a projection of state power. For example, in GMP's original design, the central lake was supposed to be much smaller, but the local government wanted it to be larger than Hangzhou's famous West Lake. Thus, the lake's size was increased to 2.5 kilometers, which subsequently increased the city's entire grid. The concentric ring zones create the city's structure, while 3 ring roads encircle the lake with radial streets and canals. The city is incredibly structured, as GMP intended, but ultimately it serves to represent China's power to create something grand. Chinese economic policy is also playing a role in the growth of the city. Geographically, it is strategically located at a critical juncture, connecting important nautical, airborne, and terrestrial passages in order to promote economic circulation. The Pudong New Area, in which Nanhui is located, is an administrative district that operates as a free trade zone. Nanhui will act as an urban center that supports the city of Shanghai, as well as major shipping ports in the Shanghai municipality. Despite this clear goal of economic sustainability and success, there have been a lot of criticisms concerning whether the city's economic policies are viable. Primarily, housing units have been selling in Nanhui at extremely high prices, with rates of over 400% the Chinese average. Some view this as evidence of the city's potential economic prosperity. Others predict that this is simply a housing market bubble. There's also an argument that Nanhui's strict zoning policies will not allow for the agglomeration of a modern service economy. Because Nanhui is close to the Yangshan Deepwater Port and Pudong International Airport, it has a strong equipment manufacturing industry. However, if Nanhui is unable to diversify its industries and service economy, its development will not be sustainable. Another of the city's primary challenges has been to attract a substantial population. This is also known as the ghost city phenomenon, and it plagues many new cities. This phenomenon occurs when a city overdevelops relative to the amount of people moving in, causing mass uninhabitation. Once completed, Nanhui expects to house over 800,000 people. However, 2 years before the project's completion date, only about 100,000 students live within the city because their universities were relocated there to stimulate urban growth. The location of Nanhui makes the population challenge clear. Although the new city boasts a 60-kilometer proximity to Shanghai, that distance is too large for daily commuters. China hopes to solve this problem by installing a super-speed rail that runs between the two cities. However, even then, the unaffordable prices of Nanhui's units bar a majority of Chinese citizens from moving there. The new city will face challenges with regards to climate change and sustainability as well. Nanhui is not the first mega-project to brand itself as a green city. But more than just being misleading, critics claim that the emphasis on constructed green space and aesthetically pleasing design serves to actually obscure the city's negative environmental impacts. Foremost, 45% of Nanhui is built on reclaimed land, which makes it vulnerable to rising sea levels and flooding as a result of climate change. Furthermore, the process of reclaiming land wreaks havoc on the coastal ecosystem, which has resulted in the destruction of several rare bird and other endemic species habitats. On a human scale, Nanhui's construction required the eviction and relocation of over 2 million residents, in addition to the destruction of 70,000 farms. In a country with growing food insecurity, this move seems counterintuitive. A third challenge that the new city faces is the livability and scale of its design. The long and wide roads, over 150 meters across, make the city nearly impossible to navigate by foot. Air pollution and congestion problems could also arrive if the city hits its target population. But what does Nanhui actually look like? Let's take a look. In conclusion, the city's form of radial streets creates a sterile environment devoid of human activity, where work, leisure, and residence are separated. While it focuses on promoting a particular image of a modernist eco-city, it fails to account for the small-scale aspects of city planning that actually promote sustainable living and growth. All the while, it neglects the natural environment that it's built upon. Yo, what up, fam squad? Thanks for watching our video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to smash that like button, comment, and subscribe for daily uploads about your favorite failing new city projects. Peace!